Poor Ion!
Arietta, if you move around, your wounds will reopen.
You killed him! Anis, you killed Ion!
Please, wait. It's only because Mose has taken us hostage.
Papa, be quiet. Yeah, I did. Want to make something of it, Gloomietta? Ion helped me so much. This is beyond avenging Mommy, Anis. I'll avenge Ion, too. Anis, I challenge you to a duel.
Maybe they'll kill each other, and we'll get, like, the best possible scenario.
Accepted.
Anis!
I have to finally settle things with her. I'll send someone to tell you the time and place later. And I'll never forgive you if you run away.
Anis, a duel? This is foolishness. Can't you talk about this? I'm sure Arietta would understand.
Mama, be quiet.
But Anis!
Shut up!
Wait! Anis!
Let's split up and look for her.
Yeah.
Can we, like, not, though? I'd much rather if we just didn't. But whatever. Hey! You'll have to excuse me. I'll leave searching for Anis to the rest of you. Sometimes people want to be alone. I'd like to leave her to herself, personally. And besides, there's something I'm more worried about than Anis. Yulia may in fact have truly read a score of destruction. If that's so, then what Van is doing may actually make a certain amount of sense. That's less than ideal. Poor Ion, though. Dude, I liked Ion. Ion was cool. He's, like, by no means my favorite character or anything. That's obviously Jade, and then followed by Guy, and then Luke, and then probably Tyr, and then maybe Ion is, like, 5th place or somewhere in there. But, it's just Luke. Yeah, poor Ion, man. At least Tyr is safe, though, so, you know, his death wasn't in vain. He did what he needed to. We can at least, you know, honor him like that. Thinking of Anis. Anis, where'd she go? I think I know how she feels. Do you really, though? She's being crushed by the weight of what she's done. Oh yeah, Xeriuth, I guess you do. She's blaming herself for everything. If we leave her alone, it'll destroy her. We've got to find her. Yeah, but could we just, like, not, though? If Anis is to blame, then so am I. Ion may have agreed to read the planet scores Mose ordered him to, in order to clear the miasma from my body. Yeah, I could see that. Where would she be that I should go looking? Ion's room. She's going to be in Ion's room. So I need to get down to the main teleporter and go straight up. The 4 outer phonic glyphs can now be used as well, but they are all one way, so be careful. The 4 outer glyphs? Where did they teleport to? We'll worry about that later. I'm pretty sure Anis is going to be in Ion's room. I don't know where else she would be. Natalia? You're not Anis. When Sync passed away, Ion cried. I thought it was Sync without an H. I think Ion really didn't want to die, and Anis probably knows that. I feel so sorry for her. She had to choose between her parents and Ion. Her parents seem like douchers. I probably would have picked Ion, to be honest. She isn't in here, dang it. This was my only guess. Where else could she possibly be? I have no idea. Did she leave the cathedral? She could have left the cathedral, I guess. We've run into everyone that's a member of the party except Anis and Guy. So Guy has got to be hanging around somewhere. Got to. Oh, there's Guy right there. Let's talk to Guy. Maybe he has an idea. You'd better cheer Anis up once we find her. I can't do it. I've gotten a lot better, but because of my little phobia, Anis will wind up worrying about me instead of herself. Anis can't have gone far. Let's search. Okay, so she is in here, and I think let's search the church. That either means this entire building, or I think it might mean specifically in the chapel. Oh yeah, she's here in the chapel, crying like a little girl.
So, you were out here. Look, everyone's worried about you. Oliver and Pamela, too.
Don't talk to me about them.
Come on, Anis, you couldn't have done anything differently. He was holding your parents hostage.
No! I was lying to Ion from the very start. Mose ordered me to report everything Ion did. Trying to stop the war, spending time with you guys. I reported it all.
Anis, that's all.
Listen! The attack on the Tartarus, the ambushes by the 6 god generals, it's all my fault!
Wasn't that all because you were worried for your parents?
Papa's pretty gullible, right? When I was really little, he got scammed for a ton of money and got deep into debt. Mose bailed him out. Since then, my parents have worked for the cathedral without pay. I couldn't disobey his orders.
I know.
I hated it all along. Ion was so trusting. It really hurt to have to lie.
Yeah.
But I loved Mama and Papa.
Anis, you did the right thing.
It wasn't right. It wasn't right at all. I killed Ion! Poor Ion. It's all my fault. And now he's dead.
Anis, here, take this. I picked it up in Mount Zalejo. It's a fragment of the Fonstone from the score Ion read.
Ion's Fonstone.
What are you going to do now? Do you want to stay in Doth?
No, I'm going with you. I think that Ion would have wanted to help you if he had lived.
Thanks. Let's head back and see everyone then.
It appears you've calmed down a bit.
Yes, Colonel. I'd like to stay with you all and think about what I should do from here on.
Stay strong, Anis. What should we do next? It would be hard to pursue the score further until the Order has been restructured. And we don't have the first clue about where to search for Ash.
I'd like to put Ion's final reading of the score to use.
You mean that bit about finding out how to clear away the miasma in Belkand?
You're right. Ion sacrificed everything to give us that clue.
I agree. That's all we have to go on at the moment.
That said, we will have to deal with this issue eventually. We stopped Van's vision of a world where the score can't be read. But it's not as if we fully support the score either.
Once things have settled down, we should hold a summit about what to do with the score.
Yes, you're right.
Regret. Ion, it's all my fault. I'm sorry. You'd only lived a few years. Well, some is better than none, I guess. I do feel bad for Ion, though. I should have died instead. Hey, something we can agree on. How great would it have been if she died and Ion got to stick around? Ion's death. Ion, why'd he go and read the planet score? Because he felt like he needed to do it. Because Anis's parents were being held hostage? Or... He's quite intelligent. He knew we would try to rescue him, so he may have chosen his own death in order to remove the miasma from Tyr's body. If Tyr knew that. I think she does know that. She already talked about it. I think she knows. She's looked depressed ever since we got back, just like Anis. Ion, why'd you go and throw your life away, you idiot? Luke, you're blaming the wrong person. It was Mose who forced Ion to make that choice. Yeah. Mose, you're going to pay for this. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in his place. So, I think Ion obviously did choose to let himself die, and for a couple of reasons. One, it saved Anis's parents. You know, that's one good thing it did. Two, read the planet score, let Luke know what to do next. We gotta go to Belkand to figure out how to stop miasma, so that's two good things it did. And then three, saved Tyr. So, like, 3 birds, 1 stone at the cost of Ion. What Ion did was definitely the smartest situation, but man, I miss Ion. Ion's legacy. So we rejected the score. But now we have to rely on the score Ion read to us? Ion said to treat the score as one possibility out of many. Yeah, I mean, if it tells you something that can, like, really help, you should probably do it. We aren't being forced to obey it. He wants it to be used for the future of the world. Not as an unbreakable rule, but as a guide in making decisions. Yeah, that's fair. Ion's score is always accurate, Luke. Are you saying you don't trust it? Or you don't want to trust it? No, I'm not. I know it's accurate. That's why I'm following it. But, if this does succeed, you may be tempted to follow the score again in the future, right? How long can we go on saying just this once before it becomes a habit? Luke's got a really good point, actually. So you're going to ignore Ion's score? Please, you can't do that. I won't. I'm just frustrated with this gap between ideals and reality. Yeah, man, it sucks. Man, this is really hard-hitting. Headquarters of the Order of Lorelei Doth. Two different people. Arietta was truly fond of Ion, wasn't she? As was Annis, but the two of them were thinking of different Ions. Were they now? Ion was a replica, after all. The Ion that Arietta liked is long gone. How sad that those misunderstandings have led to a duel. Do we actually have to fight Arietta? The same thing could easily have happened with Luke and Ash. Natalia and Tyr, huh? Yeah, it could have. I know it is my doing, but Fabre truly is an unethical technology. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But hey, it brought Luke to life and gave this story a chance to exist. Also, it broke the score, because I'm pretty sure Fabre is the only thing the score does not account for. So the only way to break the score was to create Fabre. And then make replicas afterwards, obviously. This is Belkind, I believe. Let's step in here, see if we get a cutscene or not, then we're going to save and wrap up. No, this is the port for Belkind. What am I doing? Belkind is slightly more in this direction. There's Belkind. Hello there.
Are you all right? Were we too late? Why has he...
He's the third one today.
What's going on?
We've had several unexplained deaths these last few days. It seems like people are dying right after hearing the Order of Lorelei read the score. It's not an injury. Even the healers can't cure it. Maybe it's a disease?
That's strange. Ion commanded the Order to stop public readings.
Well, they started back up just before this miasma stuff started appearing again. A traveling scorer arrived. I asked for a reading myself.
Do you know where that scorer is now?
I think he headed off towards Batical.
The deaths may be the result of extracting the replica data through Fabre.
What makes you say that?
During our experiments, we observed that within a week of having their data extracted, some originals died or exhibited physical disorders. The conditions of that man's death closely resembled those of the test subjects that didn't survive.
If someone really is extracting replica data from people, we have to stop them. This world doesn't need any more cases of Ash and me.
Let's talk to Spinoza and then find that traveling scorer.
Sounds like a plan to me. Replicas and their originals. We're going to hold off on reading that until next session. I think right here is the end. I can say that, yeah? There's a save point in here, isn't there? Yep. Awesome. So when we come back, we will start off with that skit right there and read it. And then we'll go talk to Spinoza, get the traveling score, etc., etc. Yada yada, all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Until then, farewell.